Awesome. Welcome everybody to the Us Against the Gods campaign. A couple things before we do get started. You know someone who wants to play in a GMeric game? Send them my way. I'd love to talk to them about either getting into a one-shot or getting on the wait list for a campaign slot. And that wait list is getting much longer, so get on it while you can. We do have a one-shot currently scheduled over on April 27th. That is for the Dark Frost campaign. That is going to be a lot of fun. That is a adventure series that we're doing, and this should be the last of those playtests. So get over there and get your name in the credits. Those tickets, I believe I've got 2 tickets left. They are awesome. The adventure is a ton of fun. We also have the GM tip videos, archives, and podcasts over on YouTube. So if you want to listen to a ton of content, go ahead and check that out. Do hit the thumbs up. It does help me out a ton. We also have the Patreon over at patreon.com/GMeric, where we did a sneak peek of some art this week. And we'll be doing another art reveal next week, I think. Depends on the artist. But yeah, guys, we do have that clip contest going on. So if there's a moment from the session you like, toss that into the clip contest channel and you'll be automatically entered to win a prize at the end of the month. All right, well, we're going to get you guys started because we've got so much to cover today. So much to cover. All right, so you guys are adventuring in the lands of Toivoa and have gone all over the place, but are currently down here in Shatter Shaddai, where you have come seeking political influence and connections in order to make an impact in Otrukvok with the Lady of Shadows. To that end, you have come here and started working on collecting favor from the various members of the Batim, the rulers of the Magocracy here in the magic city of Shatter Shaddai. And last week, you got tasked with going to the Grand Library, applying for entry, and dealing with a portal that may or may not appear inside the Grand Library. As we have departed from the Mage Tower, you guys were left wandering the city. The question becomes, ladies and gentlemen, what would you like to do?
Hey guys, now that we're wandering the city, what would we like to do?
Got one job on this ship.
I don't know. But now that we're wandering the city, what else should we do?
We
can
head
make this
directly
guy
for the
keep
Grand
going.
Library.
Yeah, we were supposed to go to the Grand Library. Find a portal.
Ayla, how's
and then
that
close
leg
it.
holding up?
Stump's a little sore because it's just not used to being walked on. But yeah, I'm doing well. I'm doing well.
Just remember, if you get too tired, I can carry you.
Thank you, sweet one.
Now, did the crafters say that Shatter may impact it?
Yeah. I have to, Shatter will definitely break it. But it should be okay with anything else, so I just have to.
I guess I need to make sure that I don't use that one then.
Well, isn't that on? You know, or is that an area of effect thing, or?
It is.
Ooh, yeah, make sure she's all the way in another direction.
Yeah, point it away from me.
I don't have it now, but had been one that I'd been looking at.
I have it, and it is a 10-foot radius, so we need to make sure that she is away.
Yeah, if I'm just, if I'm 15 feet away, we're good. I just walk behind you.
Not like I'd obstruct the view right over my head.
Is there anything we need to do before we go to the library? I know that we had talked about potentially turning in some information on the investigation.
I think we had decided that we were going to wait to do that, as now is not the appropriate time. And she looks at Islaren for confirmation.
Flora just raises an eyebrow.
I'm not the captain.
I don't remember.
You're not steering the ship?
Nope.
We're not.
No,
on
she
the
gives
ship.
commands to the person steering the ship.
No, I don't. That's Islaren's job. I don't take that job from her.
I hear you giving commands all the time down under the decks.
Those are different ones.
Oh.
What kind of commands do you hear?
We have guests here.
Oh, we have guests here?
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Grandkids.
Oh, is that the reason why we're not going to discuss this? Humbug. Understood. So.
We're good. The guest just gone.
Things
What
of-
are these commands that you hear her give?
Oh, let's see. I hear her. We need to go harder, harder.
Harder, higher, faster, right?
Oh, and don't forget the now.
Understood.
I didn't realize that cuisine was such an intensive art.
Right? Man.
I love you, Islaren, so freaking much.
Yep. It's the kneading.
Yep.
That's what it is. You know, making the bread, checking the biscuits. So, where are we going? What are we doing?
Library.
Library. Cool. You guys head to the Grand Library of Shatter Shadai. As you wander the streets, it's a fairly nice day, partly cloudy, mid-70s, with a slight breeze. As you enter the Grand Library, the place is regal and ominous. The feeling washes over you like a blanket. There is an absolute respect that's going on here. You walk in and look around before a man walks up to you. Can I help you?
Why, yes, we have just been sponsored for application to the Grand Library. We're here to get this party started.
You need to go to admissions. That way. He points to a side hall.
Thank you. You've been great to help.
And he will walk away from you, leaving you to go towards admissions as he goes to help someone else.
Sorry, Sloan, what was that one? I didn't quite catch that.
You handled it.
All right.
I didn't realize
we're-
that you were wanting to. I apologize. Please, by all means, I'll let you have the next one.
I
Have it
didn't.
size in the corner.
They
So,
said we had all we needed, right? To get in here. Isn't that what we were told?
that's what you were told.
It is what Kadir told us.
Yeah.
Yep. And we have to close a portal and have evidence that it's closed.
Right. Okay.
Um,
You wanna
have
go-
it looks at Twilight and says, "You know these portals scare me."
Yep.
You know why.
I get a touch of familiar, a touch of home every time we're near one.
That's you. Yes, it's coming from that plane, but
I think that's best discussed at a different location.
understood. So, now what?
You want to go to submissions?
He said it was right over there.
Yes, we need to go to.
Soren's already walking in that direction.
Okay.
Yep.
What I love is that I know that he knows what's going on here.
As it follows.
So you guys head down towards admissions. The academic nature of this building is oppressive, formal, and a bit daunting. It's
Yeah.
unpleasant in the bureaucratic imposition that they're placing upon your mind. As you come into the admissions office, the place is littered with books and candles, and you see no one here.
It reminds me of my father's office.
You look around, Ayla? There's no one here. However, can I get perception checks from you?
I see nothing.
Mine's still rolling. Hold on.
Yes, ma'am.
Everything's real slow today. Yeah, 14 is it.
Okay. So, Twilight and Islarin, as you're looking around this otherwise cluttered but empty of people room, you see that a pen is laying itself down over in the corner. It had been writing in something, but is now being slowly, nearly imperceptibly laid down.
That's similar to the pen the guards had back at the ship. Writing by itself.
What wrote by itself?
The pen. Didn't you see it?
I've heard of AutoPen.
Fine, you've detected me. So, to get you out of my office, how can I help you? A man appears in the middle of the office. What do you need? You realize now that this man was invisible here the whole time, attempting to shirk his duties as the admissions expert for the college.
Ah, yes, outstanding. We were told that we were to apply for admissions to the Grand Library here. We were sent by one of the.
Tariq.
Yes, Tariq.
No, not Tariq. Was it?
Well,
Hold on.
you
Dear.
will need to have your 3 forms
Yes.
of recommendation,
I do.
and we'll need to fill out this application.
Yes, we do have all that.
You do. May I have your applications?
Well, we have to fill out the applications, but we do have the three recommendations.
Understood. Well, it's very straightforward. All I need is this document here, and he's going to hand you guys each a document, and then we're going to handle this during the week instead of right now, because it is significantly long and will derail the campaign. So, we're going to go ahead and toss that to you guys in Discord for homework for this week, which will be kind of fun, right? Everyone likes homework. There is the application to join the Grand Library of Shatter Shaddai.
Yay.
That was enthusiastic, if I've ever heard it.
Look, I taught school for 30 years. I haven't heard of anybody who liked homework yet.
It's going to be hard for me. I don't read.
Ooh,
I'll read it to you.
Okay.
and remember, you will have to evidence some form of magic capability in order to enter the Grand Library.
Uh-oh.
We'll work on that, Moose.
I have mooseberries.
He looks at you and narrows his eyes. The magic of which we speak is not relegated to the bedroom, sir. The webcam is demonstrating that he has mooseberry muffins. Well, here you go. Please fill these out and return. We will manage to fill your authorization. Is there anything you'd like to do? Other than stand here
You said we're gonna
gobsmacked?
submit these later on.
Yep. So,
Do we have to have this information? We have to have the acceptance of of getting in just to take a look around the building, or no?
he looks at you curiously. Are you not seeking membership?
Potentially, we could be. It's just that we kind of have a task that we need to fulfill, and we are just hoping to complete that task as directed.
A task. Interesting. May I understand? So you're not actually looking to be students?
Never said that. We could potentially in the future. Just
Oh,
we are looking more
you're
towards
tourists.
Oh, how pedestrian. I hate that word.
No.
Then how would you describe yourselves?
Under
a moose
assignment.
Under assignment.
Yes.
A member of the Protectorate and some Shadar-kai under assignment. With the recommendation of the Batim. Well, I suppose one can always make an exception for an appropriate cause. Let me see your recommendations. Who do you all have?
We have. She looks at Islarin. We have Idris. We have. I'm going through the names here.
Tariq,
Nafis.
we have one from Tariq too.
That is 3. Well, anyone else?
Yes.
Rafaj.
4. Impressive. It's rare that
Diviner
people...
as well.
5. Goodness. Well, in that case, here. These are temporary library cards that will grant you entry into the Grand Library of Shatter Shaddai for the next 3 days. Beyond that, you will have to reapply for renewal. Any questions?
It
Well,
seems
this
pretty
seems quite
straightforward.
adequate, I would think.
Now,
Do you have anything with picture
Are there
pages?
areas?
picture pages, sir?
Yes, picture pages.
I'm sure that the School of Illusions has plenty of those.
Ooh, thank you.
Yes, ma'am. You were saying.
There are areas that this grants us access to, or areas that we are restricted from with a temporary library card that
You are
we
not
would not be restricted from with a full library card.
You are not permitted to withdraw any materials from the Grand Library. However, you do have free roam of the library. Just remember, this is a school for the arcane, for the most powerful mages in Toivoa. It is not a safe place, if you know what I mean. You may encounter
You're not.
failed experiments, active experiments, successful ones even, that may put lives in danger. Mages who come here are deemed capable of handling themselves. I hope you are able to as well. Now, in order to ensure that we do not accept any plebeians within the walls, even as under assignment, I will ask for a demonstration of magical aptitude from each of you.
It is only fair. You needn't. You wouldn't want to you wouldn't want to worry about us.
Indeed. So, you miss, since you spoke up, could you please demonstrate your magical aptitude for me in order to gain the full access to the Grand Library?
She looks at the lanterns and the brazier that's sitting next to him, and she uses control flames to snuff it out.
Very well. Rudimentary, but successful.
Are you wanting more? Because I don't think you want me to actually cast a fireball in here now, do you?
I'd rather not, but I appreciate your modicum of control. You, sir? He looks at Twilight.
Twilight is going to cast his technique of dispel poor magic on the man.
He looks at you. Well, that would have worked earlier, but I do not have any magic upon me now. Your attempt, though, is noted. Well done, sir. You, madam, as he looks at Ayla.
Ayla's gonna walk over to his desk and whatever this object is here on the corner,
Yes?
she's going to touch it and she's going to cast light.
Okay. As it begins to shine. Thank you. Now I have no need for a candle for an hour. How delightful. And you, miss, looking at Slarin.
I will cast fog cloud on the floor around us.
Okay. As the room begins to be foggy. Interesting. A cinematic show, I'm sure. And you, sir, as he turns to Eowyn. Eowyn speaks up. Are you sure you really want me to do this?
Yeah.
And will cast a sacred flame on the guy. And
Yeah, that tracks.
the admissions expert here will fail and get seared by the radiant magic. A bit offensive, but understandable. You have demonstrated yourself well. And lastly, our Musatar friend here. Please demonstrate your aptitude for magical capability.
All I have is if I'm frightened, I produce lightning to protect myself.
Truly? Boo!
I don't think that counts.
Are you not frightened?
No.
Okay.
You see my size, it takes a lot to frighten me.
One moment. And he's going to cast a spell. Winkle, a spider falls upon you from above, directly between your eyes.
I scream like a little girl, and lightning strikes out.
Okay.
Does that create too?
What is this ability that strikes out with lightning?
It's under my defenses, and
It's under your defenses?
bronze dragonhide bracers of archery.
Awesome. So, as lightning courses through this spider, it strikes the ceiling and rubble falls around you. He raises an eyebrow. I have not seen such an effect ever before. It's quite entertaining. The illusion will not harm you.
Okay.
As the arachnophobia triggers the magical burst of energy, you have gained entry into the Library of Shatter Shaddai, each of you demonstrating some form of magical prowess. Here you go. And he hands you the library cards. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to fill out applications and do some filing of some sort that I'm sure you would find exceedingly dull. And he goes and collects a pile of blank papers and begins shuffling them.
Thank you. May I know who we were assisted by today?
He looks at you, I suppose. And I'm going to go grab his name because I forgot it. And it's just going to take me just a second here to pull it up. My admissions expert of Shatter Shaddai is... Oh, there he is. Elandrin Quilbane. And here we go. Paste. Just had to grab it for my reference. Now, if you'll excuse me, and he will turn himself invisible once again.
I actually had see invisibility up, so I still see him.
You still see him? He doesn't know that.
What about Devil's
I would be
Sight?
very polite about him.
Devil's Sight does not
No,
show.
no, No, that doesn't. No, I went to go check just to make sure. Sorry.
Yes, ma'am.
That's wild. It's cool. Cool trick, but wild.
You realize this guy is both a slacker and a deep bureaucrat. He's trying to do as little work as possible by not being available. Most people who would come into this room seeking admissions would not be able to see him, and so he wouldn't have to do any work. It's like the DMV.
If they can see him, it means they have to. It usually means having to demonstrate some measure of magical talents in order to detect him. So
Exactly. So then they're actually worth talking to. All right, so you ready to depart the admissions office? I'm seeing nods
That's what the
and
others
yes.
nod.
Okay.
Ready to go.
Twilight
lady?
has an internal debate right now.
What's the internal debate
I'm
right
ready.
now before we leave?
on whether or not he wants to use his airburst glitter shot in the room.
Not yet. I would like. Covet just kind of looks at him because she sees this mischievous. Oh, okay, hold up. Before we do anything, do I notice this glint in his eye at all?
You do have advantage on this. We've established that in the past.
Okay, so is this a perception
Yes,
thing
ma'am.
or? Oh yeah, I
Yep.
totally see this.
Mm-hmm.
Covet just gives him the glare of not the glitter. Now,
Twilight?
way out of the never to return, sure, but not now.
Twilight, you are risking the lack of exhaustion later.
That is-
Twilight will postpone the action, but he thinks back to his Bard College days and some of the epic pranks that they were able to pull off. So he is very much trying to think of how he can glitter bomb the admissions office.
Why is Covet trying to shush you?
that may or may not have happened in real life when I was in college.
Uh-huh. The disapproval is heavy here.
Yeah.
It's okay.
It was fun. And if anybody knows me in real life, sorry, not sorry.
So, as you guys do not glitter bomb the admissions office of a college, which I will have to hear this story later when it's not being recorded.
Oh.
Wow. Okay. Guys, you cannot see the eyebrows that are currently going on, but the eyebrows of, of disapproval from Ayla are strong.
Oh, not me. I was a #1 prankster when I was in school.
I was the perfect student. I didn't do pranks.
Uh-huh. I don't believe that for a
You're a
second.
star.
No, no. Hold up. No. That is because you made an entire lab explode.
No, that was his professor.
No, that was me.
Oh yeah, that UAE at AUM. Yeah, you blew up the
Took out a
lab.
floor.
I'm not the worst.
What was funny is it was rebuilt the next day
Mm-hmm.
by the army.
Uh-huh.
They were doing tests for the army, so yeah.
Okay. So, you guys can depart the admissions office and go back to the main hall before we get in trouble for admitting things that we should not admit.
Correct.
Well, so we're supposed, Kevin looks around, make sure that they're not going to be overheard, and leans in a little bit to Islarn and the rest of the group, and says we're supposed to be looking for portals and closing them.
Yeah, they said that there was a lot of students were creating them for practice, so we should be able to find one if we just roam around. Those that-
Next one if we go to the main area.
Well, that's right. You can do that thing. Is that something that we want to do?
It's either that or Winkle goes around here, portal.
It works for Ernie.
Yeah, Winkle's not seen one of these, so he doesn't know.
Do
what
we
he
go
was
into the
looking
main
for.
area?
I would think that'd be a good place to start.
Okay. So you guys enter the Grand Library of Shatter Shaddai. The main hall here is impressive. The stained glass windows are floor to ceiling and gorgeous. You feel a tingle in the air as the magic in this place is nearly tangible. At a desk, as you enter, you will see, for lack of a better term, a mousy woman. She looks like she's here to greet the people who enter. She looks up at you inquisitively and asks, "Is there something I can help you with?" She is. She gives off the librarian vibe for certain.
Thank you so much for coming to our assistance. We were told that there might have been some portals around here that may or may not be causing a disturbance.
She smiles kindly at you. "Sir, there are many portals within the Grand Library of Shadow Shaddai. You're going to have to be much more specific."
A
By the way,
portal between this realm and the Fey realm. How about that?
Oh, I'm uncertain as to where the portals are, but I am Archivist Velmara Thrin. A pleasure to make your acquaintance. Why are you seeking such a portal? Are you seeking to return to the Fey realms?
Eventually. However, it was a task that was given to us, was to close one of them.
To close them? Interesting. I have not seen you before here. Are you new?
Absolutely.
Tasked by whom?
By Kadir.
By Kadir.
Interesting. By Kadir
Stormcaller.
himself. Well, now that's a different story. I suppose you'll have to investigate and find one of the various professors who might need assistance. I wouldn't know. You see, this is the information desk. We have several professors who...
information?
Go ahead.
So do you have information on the professor that might need assistance?
All of our professors may need assistance, but was there a specific school of study that you were sent to assist?
Not specifically, but perhaps portals seem like conjuration.
In that
might be the
case,
place to start.
in that case, you'll want to visit Enchanter Damaris Corinne. She will be able to potentially assist you with such a thing. If you follow this hall and turn left, you'll find her at the end of the hall. Is there any other thing that I can assist you with?
Your assistance has been most helpful. If we find that this is not the school that we would like to that we need to work with, what other schools would you suggest?
Well, we have a school of alchemy, we have a school of infiltration, we have a literary school, we have a combat school, we have necromantic arts, we have speaking. You're new here, so we'll keep it to the basics. Oratory, self-confidence, necromancy, evocation, illusion, etc., 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 and so forth and so on. Thank you. For those who don't get The King and I love The King and I.
Yulbrenner, awesome.
Yes. A movie that could not be made today.
No. Um,
Wow, that's an evil laugh. I have to ask, has Islarin, as a player, seen this movie?
I have not.
I think you would enjoy it. It's a classic.
It's Rogers and Hammerstein.
Yeah,
I
it's
think
a
you
musical.
have
It
to
is good. It was based off of a
It-
musical that was on stage for, 30 years? And Yul Brenner did like 900 appearances of it. It was great.
and it was actually based off of a true story.
Yeah.
Anna and the King of Siam, which you may have seen that movie, which is pretty close to the book because I've read the book.
Mhm. But yeah,
And,
The King and I's
if
better
you go
as far
to-
as a film.
Well, the King and
You
I is
could go
more
to-
entertaining to me.
Go ahead. Miss Cuffit.
If you go to the Smithsonian, you'll actually see the letters from the King of Siam to Abraham Lincoln offering elephants to help with the Civil War effort.
Yep. It's pretty cool.
So I digress. Please continue.
Okay. As the digression is extensive, we will send you guys off to visit the Enchanter. Are there any other questions you want from the information desk before you depart? Nope. All right. So, you guys leave the information desk and begin going down the halls. As you do so, you're going to pass a variety of strange visual phenomenon, ranging from crackles in midair to people casting spells and juggling flames. Eowyn takes particular interest in this person, trying to figure out how that works. As you are walking through, you will see a very tall, muscular Minotaur woman who strides confidently past the party. She's muscular, Boinkle. She dwarfs you, as she is easily 6'8", maybe taller, and just clomps past you, not giving you a second glance. Behind her, a retinue of 5 other individuals of various shapes and sizes follow her as a leader.
Whoa. What a moose.
As you look behind you, Boinkle, she didn't give you a second glance, but it's absolutely obvious to Ayla that you're checking out Tail.
Ooh, ooh.
Winkle, as you
Be
stage whispers,
careful.
you shouldn't chase other tail if you've got one in the hand.
Sorry. I did just, you know how I am.
Oh, moose of little thought.
Moose of little thought.
Twilight walks up to Winkle, slaps him on the nose, and says, "Bad moves."
Baboons use their butts. Anyway.
I said bad moose.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Winkle holds his head down.
You have been shamed by a half-elf, a Shattered Kai. As you guys make your way towards the Enchanter's office, you hear a tinkling of what sounds like chimes from within. As you come inside, a young woman, about 5'2", with short black hair, wearing a blue and purple robe, looks up at you, juggling crystals in midair. Hello, can I help you?
Hello? We were sent here Do you know of any portals that need to be closed?
Who are you?
Kadir operate. I am Islaran, daughter of Denrin and Kolos. We just received temporary admission on behalf of Kadir.
Oh. Well, as a matter of fact, I do. Your timing is impeccable. It's... I suppose a member of the team would be aware of what happens in the Grand Library. I'm still learning how they learned all these things. You see, I've only been a professor for the better part of 6 months.
Congratulations.
But yes, we did get a report of a small portal. It was leaking shadows in the quad, but it's nothing to be concerned about.
A lot of concern.
Why is that a concern?
You
As you
evaluated
know,
the nature of those shadows.
Simple wisps, little tendrils. Nothing to be concerned about.
it is what is within the shadows that can be concerning. We need to close that portal.
Very well, if that's what you want. The quad is over there. You can find it easily. Just head out of this office and turn left, go down to the west wing, and find the statue of the Celestial. The quad is just next to it. It's a nice place. The portal that is there has diminished the allure for the students. You understand? But it's normally just a wonderful place to rest and relax.
You said it was down by a celestial? Any particular celestial?
The Celestial is Michelle.
Oh, I know them.
You know
You
them?
do?
Isn't that the? No, that's not the one I had communion with, is it?
No.
No, that's a different one. All right. Besides, I'm not supposed to remember that, am I?
Yeah. All right. Is there anything else I can help you with? Were you students, or you said you were here on assignment?
Just here on assignment. How was the portal open to begin with? That might help us.
One of my students was experimenting with a seed. They were planting it in the quad, and when they planted it, apparently the portal appeared. We haven't had time to really deal with it, as it did not seem to be a threat. It's so small.
What kind of seed was it? Just out of curiosity.
It was
May
from...
matter, may not.
It was a seed from one of our various libraries here. It was provided to us by a researcher from the nearby ruins. Are you familiar with Numrat?
Yes.
The seed came from there.
Okay, hold on. Wait a minute. I want to make sure I'm... This is just for clarification.
Yes, ma'am.
For the history of 19.
What are you trying to
Are
remember?
we... So... Doesn't this have to do with the ruins that were in the trial that I was in?
No.
Okay. That's it.
Okay,
And if that's the case, then I don't know it.
very well.
And I backtrack that comment.
Numrat is to the north, between Corlin and Fluidon. It's a ruined city that is inhabited by all sorts of monstrous creatures. It's a terrible place. But the seeds, we believed, were to be of a very beautiful orchid that has been lost to time. Apparently it was not.
Not lost to time or not an orchid?
Not an orchid, apparently. Regardless, it's a small thing. I'm sure the guards will handle it.
Well,
What
allow
was
us.
just out of curiosity?
If it is truly a small portal, easy to handle, it will be good practice.
Of course. Well, if there's nothing else, I'd like to thank you
Were
for
you
your
saying
time.
something?
You said it was not an orchid?
I don't believe
What
so.
was it?
Well, it didn't bloom into an orchid. It didn't grow into a
Portal
plant.
came from it.
What did it grow into?
A small portal. It was planted, and the next day, a little tiny rift appeared. It's not to
Do
be
you happen to have any
concerned.
more of these seeds?
No, it was acquired at some great expense.
And you don't happen to know who provided it, do you?
And she's going to dig through her records. And Eric's going to go check my reference to make sure I get the right name on this, because I needed to link this appropriately. So the name would be Lyrian Corveth.
I'm familiar with that one, are we?
I don't believe so. Lyrian is a professor here in the college. She's in the advanced evocation school. She does dabble in some necromantic arts as well, but generally is a nice person.
So you said West Wing out in the quad?
Yes, near the statue of Michel.
Thank you very much. And I think we should go and investigate this small, teeny tiny, insignificant shut-up portal.
Did you just say we're going to go?
All right.
Twilight?
To
Did you just
do
say
a
that?
job.
Oh. Okay. I just didn't understand all
Yeah,
that.
we're supposed to find a portal and close it and then bring proof that it has been closed.
Awesome.
Yes, I know.
So, you guys head off towards the West Wing. Dun dun. That's where you're going to find yourselves as Eowyn's going to wander off.
Okay. Okay.
Is the portal like surrounding the fountain, or is it somewhere that I
It's
can't
a very
see
pretty.
yet?
It's a very pretty fountain in the center there. In fact, I will show you guys art of what you're seeing. How's this?
Ooh, that is beautiful.
Ooh.
The blown glass sculpture has purple and teal water flowing through it. It's gorgeous. It depicts a fairy being served by two cherubim.
Okay.
I see it. And I'm going to point down to the corner here.
Yeah.
I guess we better go through the door and or window.
Stay close. We don't know what it's capable of.
Winkle, you coming?
I'm gonna cast
You're-
protection from evil and good on myself, just in case.
What's the worst that could happen?
That's the first one for this day.
I actually want to do circle in 30 feet. And that doesn't get as far as I wanted to. As we approach the portal, once we get within, I think it is, yeah, I'm going to display this. This is what I want to use on the portal, but I'm trying to within 30 feet of myself, so I have to be up close to it. But it's down here in the bottom right corner.
That's what you want to use when you approach it? Okay.
But I'm going to just run up there without the party.
Aww.
As much fun as that would be.
As you guys sneak towards the portal, you feel an ominous dread coming from it.
So, and I will cast warp sense once I'm within 30 feet of it.
Okay.
Guys, I have an ominous feeling about this.
Oh, one shot on this ship. Twilight, as you do your warp sense, need you to make a DC 15 check using your spellcasting ability.
So click spell attack.
No, this would be you use charisma, so charisma up
Yes.
the top.
All right.
Wow. Okay. You have +6 to charisma? How do you have +6 to charisma?
No, it shouldn't be +6 to charisma. It's +4 to charisma.
It's +2 because it's an ability check and you're a bard.
Oh, okay. Understood.
It's an ability check you're not
Yeah.
proficient with.
So, with a 25, you learn the destination plane of the portal and what portal key it requires, and then the spell ends. So, you learn that the destination plane for this portal is the material plane. The key that it requires is a seed from the Shantaran Grove. And then the spell ends.
Guys, the destination is here. And the seed came from my home.
Shantara?
Yeah. So how a seed from my home ended up in the ruins is concerning.
We will absolutely need to speak to
might-
this Lyria and Corveth after we close this.
Yeah, this
For
definitely
sure.
needs to be closed.
Can
You broke up. Repeat.
I work make
leave.
and Unless you tell
Okay,
me
hold
not to.
on. Can Covet see in, like, is the portal open?
Yes.
Like where she can see through it, see into it?
You cannot see through it. No, you can see it as a
But can
slight
she-
tear in reality.
Okay.
Beyond is just darkness.
Well, would it be considered magical darkness or no?
It's oppressive. It's oppressive darkness that is slightly magical. What are you trying to do?
Because I'm trying. This is something that Covet would do.
Mhm.
She would try to see without getting too close. She would try to see through, like into the tear,
Sure.
to see what she could see in the magical darkness.
Sure,
Because
let's roll a
she has
perception check.
double sight. Okay. You said perception? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So a 24?
The 24, as you gaze deeply into the portal, you see the fluttering of many wings. You see the glitter of many eyes looking out at you. Things are waiting on the other side of this portal.
Guys, we need to close this. I know that we know that you know that we need to close this, but there's a lot of things in there that we need to keep in there, on that plane, not here. Lots of little fairies.
Real quick, GM, since you know.
And
You do. And I'm going to send you a response to your message.
lots of little eyes, lots of little wings. And it sends a shiver down her spine, remembering the little fae that, well, the fae head that she interrogated.
You hear Twilight growl, no, and at 5th level casts Dispel Poor Magic.
Okay. Cool. So, you're doing that at the 5th level?
5th level at the site of the seed in the portal.
Cool. The portal winks out. And then you hear almost like the cracking of a board, a splitting of a log. A tear reopens here.
It has to be the seed.
Do we
have to
attempt to
destroy
dig
that
up the
seed.
seed?
You have to.
And
With
it
the
is
20
got to be destroyed.
With the 21, would we know that for a fact it reopened because of the seed, and that we would have to destroy the seed? Hannah.
That is what you can understand with your 21 Arcana.
Okay.
That is a
We're gonna
decent
need-
deduction.
Okay. So we're gonna need to get that seed, and we're going to need to destroy the seed.
How do we get the seed?
Can I just go over there and pick it up?
Is it underneath, or is it in the
It was
tear
planted,
itself?
remember?
Covet.
Twilight will walk forward and will attempt to dig out the seed.
As you get close to it, Twilight, the thing pulses like a heartbeat. Twilight, you hear your own pulse in this space, and the portal's pulse matches yours. Dun dun. Dun dun. Dun dun.
Twilight looks at it, hears the whispers, and says, "I'm coming. Be gone." And begins attempting to dig up the seed.
Using what?
That's what I'm looking for.
Are you burrowing like a dog with your hands? Will you ruin that manicure? I can't see Covet's camera right now, but I know she is cringing at the idea of digging with your fingers with a fresh manicure.
What has to be done has to be done.
Yes, but looking at Twilight's webcam, I can tell that he does
I'll
not wish
probably
to
pull out
do that.
the immovable rod and use it to dig at the ground.
You're going to use an immovable rod to dig at the ground. Understood. So as you bludgeon the ground with the blunt end of a stick, you dig around and gouge the earth.
Covet steps over and says, "I don't have a shovel, but I do have a dagger. You want to try that? You might have a little bit more finesse with it."
Twilight,
I'll take that.
she's trying to give you gardening advice. Will you accept that?
Depending on the success or lack of success of the immovable rod, I'm probably desperate enough to use anything at this point.
Please roll your strength check, sir, to use an immovable rod to break ground.
Just flat strength.
Yes, sir. With a 10, you manage to harm the earth. It's
I'll
not
take
super
the dagger
effective.
from her and try that one.
You're going to try that one? All right, please roll with your dexterity. Twilight, the dagger was a bad idea. As you have stabbed yourself in the finger, you will take 1 point of damage.
I will try it again.
You are going to try it again?
Covet says you can do it and cast guidance on him.
Okay. With a 22, Twilight, you thrust the dagger down into the earth and you feel resistance. And the dagger's sharp point passes clean through the outside of the seed, and the portal expands. I need you guys to please target your tokens. Let's roll for initiative.
The Twilight, Covet, and Ayla each get +4 to theirs from being within 10 feet of me.
Very well. And for me, I get to roll my initiative here. 14. And who am I missing on the chart here? I am missing Ayla. Ayla, what was your initiative? A 15? Awesome.
Make that
did it.
19.
Yeah, that would be a
You-
night thing.
19 for Ayla. Got it.
And Winkle would be a 12.
Winkle's too far
But
away
Winkle-
to get the bonus.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
it looks like he
is.
rolled a 23 before he rolled that 8, though.
Okay, we'll correct
Yeah.
that. All right. So, Mr. The Call.
I will continue to attempt to dig up the seed.
Okay. As you dig up the husk of the seed, you're able to pull it out. It's got roots that are spread out through the ground here. The roots are black, and you can see the earth is tainted. And Winkle
Yeah,
is not
sure.
this close. We are going to move Winkle back to where he was, because you don't get to move for free. Nice try.
Yeah, I got told to move. Thank you.
No, that's not where you was.
Not where you was.
That's not where he was, I said. He was over here.
It was like,
All right.
All right, you
Joe,
were over here.
You were over
Okay,
here.
cool.
Yeah,
So-
that's close.
That's cool.
That's close.
So, Twilight, you dig at the seed. Do you want to do anything with it now that you've dug down to where it is, and you see all these hair-like roots coming out of it?
Would like to extract it from the ground.
You're going to extract it from the ground. Please roll your sleight of hand check, sir. With a 24, Twilight, you're able to extract the seed. There are 28 roots that have extended from the seed. I need you to roll 1d28 to determine how many roots are you able to withdraw. 27 of the roots remain as you tear the seed away from the roots.
Can I use my inspiration on
Very well, I will allow it.
Wow.
Wow.
16. So more than half of them.
That's better.
Well done, sir. Anything else?
Thank you.
That's your action.
As a bonus action, I'm going to activate my animated shield.
Okay. Awesome. Winkle, what would you like to do? Go ahead.
Definitely want to get closer.
Okay.
No, I don't want to get closer. I'm going to move back about 10 feet.
Cool. Anything else, sir? That's bonus action,
No,
movement, and action.
Yes.
Cool. Winkle, what are we doing?
You can move it forward.
Winkle?
Okay, I want to move closer. Let's see how.
How close do you want to get?
I want to get right next to it.
Sure.
And I want to pull out my great axe,
Sure.
and I want to hit at the root.
Okay, you're going to strike down at the roots. So as you whack downwards upon the root 3 times, the roots break and shatter. As they do so, you'll hear screams coming from within the portal, and you struck 3 of them. So coming out of the portal, you will see 3 small fairies rush out.
I want to take and. Well, I've already hit 3 times, right?
Yes, sir.
Can I back up some?
If you'd like, but that'll give them opportunity attacks.
No, then we don't want to do that.
Okay,
I'll just at the end.
cool. After Winkle, we go to Miss Islarin.
right. I'm gonna step forward. Yeah, let's actually try to dig up more of those roots and I'm gonna try to just yank them out of the ground.
Okay. So let's roll your sleight of hand check using your action.
Okay. Out of hand check is not good.
Islaren, you tear one of the roots instead of pulling it up out of the ground. Another fairy appears.
All right. Irrelevant bonus action. I don't think so. So I will just I will nudge Covet aside space so that she's not, so that if she wants to move out of range, it doesn't provoke the opportunity attack.
Okay, so where are you
If Covet
pushing her
is
to?
willing. Just here.
Okay. Covet, you are elbowed to the side.
And then let's do, well, I don't know if I'll actually have enough to do that for Boinkle too, because I'd have to move him 10 feet. Okay, I'll just stay here.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to stay there.
After Slaren, we will go to Covet von Sin.
She's taken aback because she's so focused on these fairies in front of her. So when she is pushed by Islaren, she just like, hey, and then she's like, oh, realizing the situation, she looks at each of these fairies, and I have an inkling of what they are.
I'm
But
going to
I wanna
send you an
verify.
image because the image might assist.
Yeah, I think it is different from what you had sent me before. But is this the same?
Of what?
Aradani? Arani?
No, these are different creatures.
The little fae. Okay, okay.
I don't
Was it-
think any of you have seen these before.
We have it?
Nope. Covet, you don't know what these are. Not with an 18.
Okay. All right. With that being said, she's going to take into account of what she does know of small fae like this, and that they are in the dark. She is going to go to her, stand her full height and say, "Why are you here?"
Okay. They will, in unison, to spread, to spread, to spread, to spread.
What are you trying to spread?
You will hear from within the portal themselves. What would you like to do, Covet?
With that, Covet is going to look at this one little fae here, and she is going to cast Eldritch Blast on it.
Okay. And which one was it? I'm sorry? This one here. Understood? Got it. Did you cast Eldritch Blast?
First hit.
Okay. That will blast it. Yep.
And should push it back 10 feet
Cool.
into the portal.
Ooh, into the portal. Push it back towards the portal. Awesome. Cool.
And she's going to hit it again.
Okay.
Or try. 14, does it hit?
The 14 does knock it into the portal. And she dealt 9 damage to it. And you can no longer see it on the other side.
I should be able to, considering I've got a double sight.
Yep, but your devil sight is restricted to a certain distance. How far does your devil sight go?
120 feet.
Yep, you can see it.
And she's gonna do it again, push it even farther back.
Okay.
Or just not, does a 13 do the same?
It does not.
Okay.
All right. So it's 10 feet inside the portal. Anything else
Push him
coming?
back in the portal, guys. And bonus action. She is going to do an empowered hex on this one.
Very well.
And I'm just clicking it just so it's there, but no damage, I know, but it's there.
Okay. Cool. Any movement?
No, she's gonna stand her ground.
Cool. Miss Taylor? What would Ayla like to
Okay,
do?
yeah. Ayla's going to take one step this way. And the first thing I'm going to do is cast Spirit Guardians.
Okay.
And yeah, we'll leave it radiant damage.
Okay. And that
Ooh.
extends outwards from
Maybe
you,
not.
like so. Awesome. Anything else?
And then
No?
where is it? I'm trying to find it. Spiritual weapon. I'm
Okay.
gonna bring out my spiritual weapon
Okay.
and attack this one over here by himself. Yeah, I would. It's up to you.
All right. So Ayla, your spiritual weapon's right there. And your
Yeah.
attack roll with the spiritual weapon was a 17. You will bludgeon this thing for 9 force damage.
Good. Okay. All right,
Excellent.
that's it. I'm right where I want to be.
Okay. All right. So after Ayla, we will go to their turn.
Oh, the Spirit Guardian damage.
Cool.
Yep.
So Spirit
Spirit
Guardian
Guardian
damage
damage.
was 29 if they fail. So I have 3 in here because one of them's through the portal. So 1, 2, 3. And the DC to save is 18, so they will all fail. Each of them will suffer 29 radiant damage. As you hear screams tearing through this quad, the fairies are suffering a ton of damage. Then you hear from within the portal, "Rise, my seedlings. Rise and end our threat. We must grow and spread." And rising from the ground, the roots pop up. As they do so, we are going to make some more saving throws. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 more. 5, 6, 7. Wow, I didn't save on any of them. All right.
Spirit Guardians for the win.
Spirit Guardians is putting in some major work here.
I changed dice from last week.
Right? Right. But it's in the way for this one. there.
No, I'm right where I'm
there.
supposed to be.
There you go. Should have suffered 29 damage. All right. Now they will.
Are they so
Huh?
before they attack? Are they like just apparating into position, or did they actually move?
They came
Because
up
if
out
they
of the
move, I'd
ground.
like to- Okay, I would like to take an opportunity attack against one that enters my reach. Then,
Okay. Which one would you like to take your opportunity attack against?
I think this one wasn't here before, so I think that one
Sure.
might be the only one eligible.
Sure. And you will hack it, dealing 12 damage to it and destroying it. As it dies, it will explode each creature within 10 feet of it, which is everyone except for Twilight, who is not one of these roots, will suffer a petal flash. I need you guys to please roll a dexterity saving throw or suffer 5 radiant damage. This is everyone except for Twilight, because he's too far away. Ayla, you're going to suffer 5 radiant damage. Covet, you will also suffer 5. Winkle, however, will not. Awesome. So, I do need a concentration check from Ayla and Covet. Covet, you're concentrating on Hex. Ayla saves, and so does Covet. You hold on to your spells. Alright. Then it becomes their turn. And we are going to begin attacking. The one that you knocked into the portal will come flying out of the portal to right here.
And take 29 damage.
Yep. Likely taking 29 damage. We shall see. Yep, she dies. As she dies, she will explode. Causing
Welcome, but yikes.
Ayla, Islarin, and Winkle to make a dexterity saving throw of a DC 14 or suffer 7 radiant damage. Islarin's fine. Winkle's fine. Ayla's fine. You were all fine. You do not suffer any radiant damage. All right. Winkle, 4 of them are going to be attacking you with a Mind Briar Disruption. We're going to, Glimmer Sting. That's the wrong one. Glimmer Sting. We're going to try to spike you a whole bunch of times, Winkle. 1, 2, 3, 4. Does a 20 pierce you, Winkle? What is your AC, Winkle?
Give me a sec.
Yes, sir.
22 is mine.
Okay.
He's good. He's
So,
got a 22.
Is that with or without a shield?
without?
Without.
Okay. Cool. So, you do not get struck. Islarin, there's 2 of them that are going to attack you. Once.
With disadvantage because I have protection from good and evil up.
Twice. Okay. Those will miss you. This one up here should also be attacking you. So, 18 will miss you, or 7 will miss you. Ayla, these 2 next to you are going to be attacking you. 1 and 2. Wow, this is not good for them.
Nope.
And lastly, Miss Covet, this one will strike at you. I did not hit anything with this many creatures. All right. But looking at the portal, you see giant fingers beginning to crawl their way out of the portal. Twilight, something big is coming next round. What would you like to do?
Is there... How many roots are remaining?
None.
No, none of the roots are remaining.
Nope.
They're all out.
They're all out.
Yeah, they popped.
Okay. Twilight will say, "Who sent you?"
You'll hear from within the portal, "I did."
And what is your name?
You'll find out soon enough.
Since he's already done it once and it responded, Twilight's gonna cast Dispel for Magic again on the portal.
Okay. You're going to have a counter spell cast upon you from within the
And
portal.
I counterspell that.
You can certainly try.
I'm gonna try.
Okay.
I'm gonna counterspell that, and at 5th level.
As you attempt to do this, the little fairies around the room are going to look at you, and we're going to force you from this one up at the top here. She's going to look at you, and she's going to use a Mind Briar Disruption. I need you to roll Intelligence saving throw of DC 14, or lose your counterspell.
Is that charm?
It is not a charm. This is just a disruption against your spell.
And
And this is their reaction.
That's her reaction, yes.
And you said that was an intelligence saving throw, correct?
Yes, please.
Wow. Okay. I lose that.
Okay, so the counter spell goes
That's
off
with
against you,
plus
Twilight, as this one has used her reaction. The portal will stay. Anything else, sir?
Yeah. Well, I am going to start eliminating fairies then.
Okay.
As a bonus action, I will use my Swift Quiver.
Okay.
And I will take my 2 shots, starting with this far one. Where we actually, can I see the fingers coming out of the portal?
Yes.
Then I want to shoot the fingers.
Cool.
Oof.
A 10. The arrow impacts it and does nothing. The 15 hits it and does nothing.
Okay. And I will stay right there.
Okay. Mr. Bwinkle.
The moose sees what Twilight was trying to do,
Yes, sir.
and he takes his great axe and goes after the fingers.
Okay. With a 20, you slash at this thing and you cut deeply, dealing 10 damage.
Want to do it again?
Very well. Great Axe cuts. It impacts a hard section of bark on the edge of these fingers and catches between the 2 arrows, cutting them off of their heads, leaving the heads behind in the fingers.
I get one more time, don't I?
Yes, sir. And 22 cuts deeply. You feel the satisfying thunk of axe in wood. Anything else? Any movement?
No movement. I'm going to stay right here.
Very well. Mrs. Lauren.
Right. Let's you. Oh, actually, no. Those fairies are going to be gone, so I don't think I need to worry about the disruptions yet. So yeah, I'll just attack the fingers as well.
Very well.
Oh, I rolled the second one before
All right.
before I could smite on the first. Oh well.
All right. So we have 18 plus 11, so 29 damage from the first one. And then an additional 15 from the second.
And I'll swing the other end around.
Okay. And that will strike, dealing 10 bludgeoning damage, which is cut down to 5 because this creature is resistant.
All right, and that should also add 5 radiant damage.
Very well.
Doesn't
For a
add on
total of
the
10.
bonus action attack automatically.
Understood. Got it. Anything else?
So that's it.
As this Laren's hack, whack, thud, we go to Miss Von Sin.
What does the portal itself look like?
Now it is a vertical tear like the iris of a cat that stands 6 feet tall. There are fingers that look like logs opening it wider as if something's about to try to muscle its way out.
When we first saw the portal,
It was 4 inches tall.
yes, it was a small tear. It was a small tear, but silver, any vines or anything like that from it? Because I mean, there's roots.
Right, there are dark tendrils going down into the ground at the start. Those tendrils are no longer there.
Interesting. Okay, so with that, Kevit is going to look at this one with the empowered hex on it, and hit that one with Eldritch Blast, pushing it back 10 feet
Okay,
into the portal.
sure.
15.
A 15 blasts backwards into the portal. It had 11 hit points. It explodes inside the portal. No harm done to your friends.
What about the things inside?
There's a reason why they are not taking the damage.
Okay, fine. All right. And with the empowered hex, since that thing is dead, I would like to move my empowered hex to the fingers,
Very well.
and I'm going to hit the one of the fingers, I guess.
Okay.
With oh yes.
Oh,
With a critical strike. Excellent. As you blast
With
this.
the empowered hex
Yep.
plus crit.
Yep. So you've got 16 so far. So let's roll your empowered hex here.
$28 damage.
So that would be, yep, 28 plus your 16. So that would be 44. Excellent. Good shot. Excellent.
Okay. She's gonna hit it again.
Okay.
Oh, nat 1. Wow, at least I'm consistent.
Yes, ma'am. All right. As
Okay.
you pull a Thanos, we will go to Ayla Taylor unless you want to move.
If I move, I invoke a power of an opportunity attack. So
Yes,
I'm
ma'am.
not.
All right.
Okay.
I did want to ask it though.
Yes.
Ask the thing that I just killed, or just hit. Who do you work for?
You're asking the one that you just blasted. You will just hear
Yep.
a grunt. That's it.
Wonderful.
And you, from within the portal, he works for me.
And you are? Do I recognize that voice at all?
You do not.
Even from past times?
There's no way
Like
you would
initially.
recognize this voice. It is
Okay.
impossible. You have not met.
Okay.
So, Ayla?
Okay. Ayla is going to attack the fingers
Very well.
as well. And I am going to throw guiding bolt at them.
Yes, ma'am. Unfortunately, your 12 flies into the portal and somewhere off into the distance before it fizzles in the darkness.
It misses. Yeah. So let's see. How far can I move my spiritual weapon?
30 feet?
Then I can move it here.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Then I'm gonna hit the fingers with the spiritual weapon.
Very well. Fingers are at the portal, so the spiritual weapon needs to stay where it was in order to hit the portal area. So.
Okay. All right. I was trying to bring it around. Okay. There it is. There's the roll. 24 hit.
A 24 does strike it, dealing 11 damage to it.
Yes.
Cool. Anything else?
I'm good.
All right.
I'm fine.
At the start of their turn, we are going to have the creature with fingers attempt its wisdom saving throw. It failed and will suffer how much damage?
29.
29.
That's the last roll. That's the new
That's
roll.
fine. No, that's good. You can use that one roll. All right. And then these other creatures, little fairies that have come out here, even if they save, are going to die due to the half damage. So, we're going to be doing a whole bunch of explosions here. So, I have one, okay, so 1 and 2. So I need everyone to make 2 saving throws against the explosions for the pedal flash. Everyone needs to make those. But it's fine. Good.
These are dexterity.
Dexterity saving throws. Islaren, you are going to suffer the full 10 damage. Oh, sorry, 17 damage.
Remember, everyone currently has +5 to these, so everything that's a 9 and up is currently going to succeed.
Okay. So, Covet, you're going to suffer 11 damage.
Are these save or suck?
There you are. All right. So, Covet and Islaren, you are both blinded by these. So, we're going to blind the two of you. And then,
Blinded by the light.
yep, I have this one that's going to explode, and that's everyone except for Twilight. So, everyone except for Twilight, as that one bursts for 5. So, another one here. Winkle's fine because of the +5. Ayla is fine as well. Alright. These two here are going to explode to hit everyone except for Twilight. So 2 more. 1, 2. That's a big one there.
I will take the 16.
Yep. Covet. Two dexterity saving throws. Oof. Covet, you're going to suffer the 8. You're good there. Winkle, another one, please. All right. As Winkle does his second dexterity saving throw. All right, you're fine there.
Sorry about
All good. And then there's 4 more that only affect Ayla, Islarin, and Boyko. So each of you needs to make 4 dexterity saving throws here. All
I'll
right.
take 7 and 9 more.
Yes, sir.
It's now 5 instances of damage.
All right. Boyko's fine. Ayla is going to suffer some.
I'll
One
suffer
more.
one of them. Yeah.
Yep. The second one, which would have been 7 radiant damage, Ayla. All right. Ayla, I believe you suffered 3 hits, so I do need 3 concentration checks to hold on to the Spirit Guardians. I don't think you can fail because you're next to a Slarin. So, Constitution saving
3
throw.
hits? I
Yes,
thought I
please.
only did 1.
Just 1? Okay, so let's roll 1 concentration check, which is Constitution. All right, you're good. You hold on to it. And then the creature... Oh, you're good. The creature with the fingers crawls out of the portal. You see additional fingers beginning to come out of the portal.
Hello.
As it arrives, it's going to reach out and strike at one of the people in range. We are going to start with the Root Lash. So all creatures within a 15-foot radius, which is all of you, must succeed on a strength saving throw or be restrained by grasping roots. So 1 strength saving throw from each of you, please. Everyone's making it. Nope, even Covet because she's near Slarin. Everyone saves and is not
I'm
grabbed.
restrained though.
You're restrained?
I already have my +5 factored in.
All right. So you are blinded
have
and
advantage.
restrained. I have advantage upon you, so I will strike you normally.
Yep. And is this an aberration, celestial, elemental, fey, fiend, or undead?
It is a fey creature.
All right. So then protection of good and evil neutralizes that advantage.
Right, so straight rolls. Wham!
Yep, that'll hit.
Islarin, you feel a stab right through your shoulders. I deal 10 piercing damage. The second slam will be a critical strike.
All right, that'll be reduced to a normal strike with my adamantine armor, but I'll still take the hit.
You'll suffer 11 piercing damage again. And need your con saves to hold on to the thing. I don't think you can fail, but...
Right,
Good.
can't fail, but good practice.
Mr. Twilight's Call.
I am going to use my bonus action shots first, and I'm actually going to add the mobile flourish to push it back into the portal.
Okay.
So first shot.
As you shoot it once, it pierces this creature's brain and knocks it flying backwards through the portal as it dies.
And I will use my action to use Dispel Poor Magic once again
Okay.
on the portal.
And you're going to hear, no, the portal must stay. And we are going to try to counterspell you. And we are going to do so at a higher level. Yes, ma'am.
I'm going to counterspell that too.
All right. What level is your counterspell at?
My counterspell, I'm gonna have to do it at a 5th level.
Okay. So I do need you to roll a charisma check up at the top.
Just straight charisma.
Yep. You've got to be to 16. $16 or better. The spell fizzles. The portal winks out. As it seals itself, you hear, "We'll be back. The seeds will grow. And we can exit initiative.
Oh, Twilight's got the husk of the old seed, so I think that's at least enough evidence to prove whatever it is that we need to. Though, if they're spreading seeds, how did they get here?
And who has them? I think that we need to pay a visit to Lorraine Corveth. Don't you agree?
Before or after we report back?
We need to
We
do
should
it
go right now. We're already here.
now because she's the professor here.
She's the
And
one that
tell
brought.
her.
She's the one that obtained these seeds.
Right, after you.
I'm looking around for anything else along the ground near where the portal was. She is on high alert right now, so she's just going to investigate.
Okay.
Dead fairy birds.
Or she's not. She's still very. Ugh. I'm changing these dice. Holy smoke, these are awful.
Aw.
Is there any fairy parts or components or things on the ground?
The explosions of those little fairies would have just been light because they're literally constructed from light into darkness. So no, there would be some remains of thorns and bark sitting on the ground from the thorny creature.
Would there be any what were the things he said? Any shards or remains, like a crystallized mote or anything of that nature?
From the thorny creature that got blasted back into the portal? No.
From the portal itself.
From the portal itself, you have the seed that you guys dug up.
Okay, that makes sense.
Okay, to help everybody out, because some of us took some damage here, I'm going to cast Mass Healing Word.
Okay.
Thank you.
I give myself a 20 hit points back with Lay on Hands as well. Save the rest for emergencies. Also,
Go for it.
also, does that blinding flash wear off?
Yes, those wears off after 6 seconds.
Got it.
Okay, cool. Can I see those? Can I see the husk of the seed?
That's up to Twilight.
Yes, of course. You can.
Not that she can. I mean, it was once magical. She doesn't know if she can try, but she's going to try to identify what kind of seed this was.
Sure.
I don't know if it'll work, but
Identify
I can
won't do it. This would be a nature check, and there is a chance that you can identify this. The DC on this history check or nature, your choice, is going to be a 22.
I'm standing next to Slaren.
That does not help you in this
That doesn't
case.
work.
Hand it to me.
Ayla, I don't
And
think
it's
you've
there.
ever seen this at all, so there's no way you
Well,
would
yeah.
recognize it.
But I have studied a lot of nature, and I'm a +12 on nature.
Yes, but this is not something natural to the material plane.
Okay.
So,
All right.
unfortunately, this
Maybe
is not
not.
something you would know.
Can
Okay.
I have my seed
Okay.
back?
You can have
No.
your dead seed.
Yeah, give it back to him.
Covet, what did you say to him?
Said no.
Oh, okay. I thought it was just too late. Moving
That
forward.
too.
Yeah. Anyway. So, Twilight, you've been given the husk of your seed back.
That's wrong on a lot of different levels.
Look, guys, it's not that I have a dirty mind. It's just I have a active imagination with adult settings.
Yeah.
See,
And you're friends with us.
Sorry, I was typing and contemplating the many uses. Never mind.
Yeah? So, you have...
Shall we seek out?
Go ahead.
Shall we seek out the professor who brought this seed here?
Yep.
Yes, Covet has a bone to pick with that person, apparently.
You
She
should-
may have done so unknowingly, or perhaps even unwillingly, but we should definitely find out.
Should we
To
take a short
the-
rest, or before we go, or no?
You feel that you need to? I think you are the one who is most in need of those in general.
Wow.
Mm.
What a way to say that
She's
she's
a
frail.
warlock.
I'm a warlock, and I don't have a lot of spell slots. I understand. And I've used. Hold on,
I've used several of mine too.
I have one spell slot left. That is all I've got left. So, yeah.
We're not currently expecting trouble.
Yeah, so I guess we can just go. We can
Yep,
just-
you don't have to make it double.
is that your
Mhm.
decision, Captain?
I don't know. Is
Lyrian,
it? Is Lauren?
Corbett,
Oh, I thought it was Covet was the captain.
Winkle, she tends to step on hooves or boink noses. I suggest you don't call her captain.
Okay. Would she be your first mate?
She currently
name's-
is my first mate.
Aha. Real close to being a captain.
Can we
I
go talk
wish
to this
we-
person, please?
Okay.
I'll look for
Yes.
signs that
Go to-
direct us toward the advanced evocation department.
Understood.
Yes. Yes.
Cool. So you guys go looking for the Advanced Evocation Department. As you do so, you're going to hear explosions.
Hey guys, I hear explosions.
Got one job on this ship.
Oh, not another AON throwing fireballs.
You'll feel a
Oh,
wave
dear.
of heat coming down the hall towards you guys.
Uh-oh.
It's another AON throwing fireballs.
Perhaps everyone went to practice with them.
I get control flames prepared.
Okay. You'll feel a electric charge crawl down the hall. You see the electricity crackling from one fixture to the next. All your hair stands on end due to the charged air.
This is worse than being in a lightning storm.
Winkle looks like a hairball.
It goes poof.
Ayla, you're going to need to brush him out again.
Yeah, I know, but I'm waiting till the electricity goes away because I don't want all that static electricity.
As
It'll
you continue
electrocute me.
forwards, you'll hear a repeated thud thud thud. You recognize this sound as being an eldritch blast, and a creature flies across the hall and impacts the side wall there. As it does so, it splats and slides down in a wet heap as blood is smeared across the wall. It
Hey
crumples
guys,
to
we're
the
dealing
floor.
with a warlock. We're dealing with a warlock. I suggest
What
we.
type of creature is it?
Do you go and check?
I
I can't tell. There's so much gore.
Soren?
I got distracted because everything kind of went all weird for a second. Yes, I go and check.
Okay. Islarin,
I go with.
Yeah.
I go with Islarin to cover her back. That's it.
Cool. Across the hall from you,
I'm
there's an
following
open
behind.
door, and you hear someone dusting themselves off. As you huddle over this very obviously dead creature, it's a small creature, about 3 feet tall, rotund and muscular. The fur on this creature is a nice chestnut brown, and the antlers of it spread outwards 3 feet. Next to it, there is a small picket sign
Winkle!
that says, "Arcane is Bane."
Winkle, is this the moose chuck that you were telling us about?
Yes, they're evil. Step back. They're mine.
But it's dead.
You never know. They fake a lot.
I think with all the splat all over the wall, it's dead.
They're
Wait.
tough to kill.
Winkle, are you going to keep coming up?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
I've even pulled out my axe.
All right. Covet,
I think
Ayla,
with
Islarin, you see Winkle stepping up with his axe ready like an executioner.
Winkle, I think that's a bit overkill because it's blood's everywhere.
All right, but I'll keep an eye on it.
Okay.
You never know.
Winkle, it's faking. It's faking.
Bwinkle turns around and stares at it, but it's not moving.
Roll an insight check, Winkle. With the 21, Winkle, you see its nose twitch.
Oh no.
Oh, the axe comes down.
With advantage, sir.
Wait a minute, I gotta get where I can do it.
He's having too much fun with this. This is great.
It's hard to do this when I'm laughing. There we go.
The great axe swings, and with the meteoric fall of the axe, what happens?
What's the matter?
The mouse is moving too much when he's laughing.
He agrees.
The fact that you guys cannot see the webcam, he's sitting there going, it's funny.
He is physically shaking. It's great.
As the great axe comes down, sir, can I get that great axe swing?
Hold on.
Okay.
They're having technical difficulties.
With a 16, the great axe beheads the rival creature, and the nose twitching stops.
Yeah.
Told you can't trust them.
The moose chuck is dead.
Was that really necessary?
At least I'm not taking his scalp.
Did you see something when you looked at it? Is that why you attacked it?
Yes, he was moving. His nose was moving.
Oh, so he was faking death. Cool.
They're
You're welcome,
sneaky
Winkle.
little- Oh, thank you, Twilight. You're very observant for a fae.
I'm here for you, buddy.
You're very observant for a fae.
Is Lauren, I think we should let them be for a minute. What, yeah. Let's see if we can talk to Professor Corvath, right? Right.
Yeah,
Yes, let's go.
Yeah, let's
go.
keep going.
Okay.
It's Lauren, you were saying?
Yes, I agree. Let's go find the professor.
So, you guys enter the room, and you see a woman dusting herself off. I've never been so offended by a creature in my life. Are you part
Yeah,
of the
but you-
protest too?
What did it do? What protests?
The Moose Chucks. They're protesting arcane magic. They wanted a diplomatic reduction in the arcane power of Toivo in general. They sought dissolution of the Grand Library. Are you with them?
Oh, heavens, no.
Good. Then I don't have to place you on the wall like I did that thing.
Winkle, do you know anything about this?
Oh, yes. What they're trying to do is weaken everybody so they can take over. Never trust a moose chuck. He turns to the professor and says, Professor, you held back too much. They will fake their death.
Well, I'm not one to kill. After all, I don't want to be held liable for the deaths. But I can't say it's unpleasant that it's dead.
I'll take care of him if you don't want to.
Thank you kindly. You're such a considerate individual. How can I be of service, sir?
My friend Twilight's Call has a question of you, if you don't mind listening to him.
Very well. Sir?
Yes. We're trying to find the origin of these seeds. Told that you might know something about them.
You are Professor Corvath, right?
I am, and you are...
You may call me Covet. This is Twilight. It's Lauren. Ayla. You've met Winkle.
Ah. A pleasure, I'm sure. In some way. What can I
will
do
say
for
it
you?
is nice to
What can I
see-
do for you?
It is nice to see another warlock. That being said, these seeds and that Twilight has shown you, where did you get them?
From a contact of mine. They were collected near Nomrat. Is there something wrong?
The seed created a portal.
Truly. It's intriguing.
A dangerous portal.
What kind of portal, and to where or from where?
The Fey Realms?
Well, Now that's interesting. Dangerous how?
You almost had an incursion that we stopped from the shadows of Chintara Grove.
You managed to stop an incursion from the Shintaran Grove. Quite impressive. You could make good students. Are you applicants? I've not seen you before.
At this moment in
We are.
time, we are not applicants for students, but we have applied for library cards to make use of the studies here.
Ah. Scholars, but not students. Well, thank you for your assistance. I'm sure that in some way the college is appreciative of your efforts. As far as myself, I can only extend my thank you. Is there anything else that I can do for you, other than answering questions about my botanical interests?
Who was the contact who gave you the seed?
I'm pulling them up. You ask all the good questions, Aslarin. Pulling them up. Where was his name? His name was Alaris. And I will put that in chat for you here.
And is there a good way to get in contact with Alaris?
There is. But he and I have a very private relationship. I'd rather not extend that to anyone else. Is there something specific I can assist you with?
What did Alaris tell you these seeds were or did?
He told me they were of some very exotic orchid. They were supposed to be planted in the quad in order to provide some color to the greenery. After all, don't you find the quad rather bland?
At that fountain? Certainly not.
The fountain is nice, yes, but I believe that a garden in a park should have more than simply two colors.
Shades of grey.
She smiles. Sometimes. Sometimes shades of gray can be numerous. If they are appreciated appropriately, one should take them by the hand and guide them to the appropriate place.
Did your friend happen to mention where he received or how he got the seed?
He got it apparently from the small village of Nomrat. Are you familiar with it?
I've heard of it, but that's it.
Oh, well. Is there anything else I can assist you with?
Are there any more of those moose chuck things around?
Oh, yes. Outside of the Grand Library, yesterday there was an entire contingent of them, a good 20 of them, forming a picket line against the Grand Library.
Ooh, I'd love to join that line.
How bothersome.
Indeed. They're vermin and should be removed as such.
You
Have
had
they
asked
done
us if there was
anything
anything
apart
else
from
that we could
pickets?
No, they have not done anything apart from picketing. Covet, what were you saying?
You had asked us if there was anything else that you could do for us. Would you mind writing a letter stating that we closed the portal?
Do you have evidence that you have done so?
She looks at Twilight.
After you hold up the seed.
You have a seed showing that you dug up my orchid. How am I to
She
know
had
that
been
this?
saying-
How am I to know that this contained a portal?
She's not seen the portal. We need to go back to the first professor, the enchanter.
Agree.
Agreed. Thank you for your time.
Of course. And should you ever become students, know that I will challenge you to your utmost, and you will either grow and excel in your magical duties, or die in my classroom. Have a good day.
I love.
Cool. So
We
where are we going?
leave. Can I just roll a quick insight check to see if, like, to see how strongly I believe whether or not he actually believes they were supposed to be an orchid, or if she is covering.
You can roll your insight check.
And Covet's going to do a quick glance at her. Or never mind, she's not going to do anything. I can't roll today.
You can roll, just, you roll covet numbers.
What were you going to
Rolling
look
one
at?
counts as rolling.
What were you going to look at, Covet?
I was just going to.
You went robotic. Please repeat.
Repeat.
Pete and repeat. We're sitting on a bridge. He fell
Yep.
off.
It's okay. The dice roll story. I was just going to try to
Repeat.
glance at her desk
Okay.
to see if there was anything untoward, but the dice tell a story. So,
Well,
Covet,
I can
as you
glance.
look at the desk with a 3, as far as untoward things, her desk is notably empty of things. That itself may be suspicious to such a suspicious person as yourself.
actually, that is very suspicious. You have a professor that has an empty desk.
The paranoia and the tinfoil hat may be well earned with a +3, with a total of 3.
Well, no, that's personal experience.
Oh, I'm sorry.
She has seen her mother's desk.
Understood. Wow. Someone's going to be on the couch tonight.
No, I'm ADD, okay? So my organizational skills are not good. However, you asked me to give you something, and I can reach right into the right stack of stuff and hand it to you.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Exactly. Like everything has its place. It may be unpredictable to everyone else, but it is in its place.
that's exactly right.
That's my organizational system.
Yes, absolutely. It's just so for me, seeing an empty desk is very sus.
Mm-hmm. So, what I'm hearing is that Ayla has advanced decisions and designs. So, where are we going? What are we doing? Ayla, you looked at the desk, and you will notice that there's a series of small buttons on the side of the desk that look like secret panels that could be opened.
I bet they are.
As you depart, you head out into the hallway where the corpse of a moose chuck lays on the ground next to its sign, the blood staining its protest.
Yeah, we need to go back and see Enchanter Corin, because
As
she knows that the thing was planted. the seed was planted and that a portal came from it. So we need to go tell her what the
Before,
portal was and show her the seed.
Mr. Winkle?
well, Winkle first looks over at it and checks to see if there's any change in the pockets. Because once they're that far gone, you just get the change out of the pocket.
As you search the pockets of the dead moose chuck, you are able to find that it has 47 copper pieces and a chocolate bar.
Chocolate! Winkle,
Why do I think that there is lore about moose chucks and chocolate now?
yes.
Okay,
Well, actually, Bartholomew's was a chocolate mousse.
understood.
The dossier will be on its way soon.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna write it down.
Cool.
Okay,
So
so
back
we
to the
headed back
Enchantress?
to Doctor or to Enchanter Corin.
Okay. So, as the emotionless detachment of the party leaves the dead creature in the hall of the Grand Library,
Which makes me very sad, actually, because Winkle said he was going to take care of that.
it's fine. He did take care of it. It's dead, right?
That's
And Buinkle has looted the corpse and left it to rot, as all moose
I
chucks
think-
should.
yes.
All right. You guys go to visit Professor Corin. You walk in. She's still working with those crystals. Hello again. Were you able
Oh,
to
I'm
solve
so-
the problem?
I'm so glad that we didn't scare you. That'd be terrible to drop all those beautiful crystals.
Oh, yes. I've been working on a map of the arcane energies within this room. It's quite complex.
We were able to handle that portal. And we have evidence as such.
Oh?
And she looks at Twilight.
And I hold up the husk of the seed with the hanging roots coming off of it.
Interesting. How exotic. May I?
I kind of would like it back once you're done with it.
Of course. But why?
The portal that it opened went back to the Fey Realms.
Strange. And why would you want it back? It seems to be inert.
Well, one, we want to use it as a token of completion of the task that was given to us, unless you have an alternative means to notify the Batim.
Well, I can provide a letter. Here, one moment. And she's going to gesture, and a piece of paper rises, and a pen begins drawing on it. A letter is written up, granting you guys verification of completion. This is a document stating that you've assisted me here in the Grand Library and have closed the portal. Now, if I may, I'd love to get a closer look at this seed now that it's been uprooted.
Do understand that it went to specifically Chantara Grove and the shadows that it contains.
Interesting. Well, it's a very interesting seed. It doesn't appear to be from the material plane. However, it's not my field of study. I have too many experiments currently ongoing.
Who would be who would be the one that we would need to talk to about this, about the kind of seed that this is?
I believe that the person that you would want to talk to would probably be Zilros the Alchemist. He would know more about this type of thing. He's a professor
And
here.
where could we find Zilros?
In the alchemical wing, of course.
Of course.
He's a bit eccentric, though, and very jumpy. Very, very jumpy. So anything you can do to calm his nerves would be beneficial to you.
Okay. I think that we should head there next.
Okay?
It would appear so.
Thank you for your assistance. Please, have a nice day.
And who has the letter of...
She would have given it to Twilight because Twilight's the one who had the seed.
Okay. He's jumpy, she said, correct?
Yeah. Easily, I would think easily upset if she said that. Anything we could do to calm his nerves.
Well, I do have this very interesting stone that was given to me by a friend of ours over at the consortium. And she pulls out a lavender amethyst. Maybe this will help him calm his nerves just a bit. She slides it back in her pack.
That was nice.
Because I mean, it's lavender. It's got calming effects. So why not?
It
It's
sounds
worth a
like
shot.
sounds like a plan.
Beer works that way too.
Yeah, but I don't know if that person would be a beer drinker. So we could try.
Do you have beer on you?
No, I drink it all.
Then that would be a problem.
Unless Ayla can make it.
No, not here.
Ooh,
It
Your
takes
flask
too
doesn't
long.
work that way?
No, it doesn't. But let's just try the lavender. Besides, he may be jumpy enough that he would not want to drink anything that somebody he doesn't know hands him.
Ayla, I thought your alchemy jug could make beer.
I'm looking.
Perhaps we can just try talking to him.
That's
I'm
what
all
I
about
think.
talking to him. That's why I'm saying, like, just pull out the amethyst. Just have it for relaxation. Makes me feel better. Why not him? Let's go.
It makes you very relaxed.
Let's
big.
go.
And I still say he would be hesitant. Let's see. Yeah, it does make 4 gallons of beer. But it also makes 2 gallons of mayonnaise.
Only 4 gallons of beer? Just a single serving?
Oh, you guys head over towards the alchemical wing. As you come through, you can smell a variety of different concoctions being cooked up and brewed. You pass entire classrooms with dozens of stills and cauldrons bubbling, students going about classwork. And then you find your way to the office, where Zilros the alchemist is currently hunched over a massive cauldron. He's standing on a set of stairs as he is a gnome. Standing in and a whopping 2'1" of it. You, for a change in your life, feel tall.
She stands a little taller. To her full 5 foot, nothing, 154 centimeters. Oh yeah, she feels like a giant right now, which is pretty cool. But
His back is
knowing
turned to you as you walk in, and his round little bubble butt is stretched tight against his green jeans.
Covet
Mr. Green Jeans.
Covet quietly just goes,
Oh my goodness! Excuse me. You're not students? I don't recognize you.
no, but we were hoping that you could help us
One
identify
moment. Excuse me. I gotta rebalance the pH in this concoction before it. Poof. He falls backwards as the cauldron bursts upwards and knocks him right in the face. The cauldron falls back into place. However, Zilros has been knocked off the ladder and onto the floor, onto his back. He's unconscious.
Oh dear.
I grabbed the smelling salts that was given to me out of my pack,
Okay.
and I rubbed them underneath his nose.
That stinks.
Maybe this will help things smell a little better. And she pulls out the lavender stone.
Why does it smell like a bathroom in here?
It smells like lavender. It's this stone.
Ah,
It's a lavender amethyst.
so potent. Ah, first smelling salts, then lavender overload. Ah.
I put it back in my bag, but leave the bag partially open.
Oh. Goodness. It smells like that store. Have you been to that store? It's called Reclination Showers and Extras.
Can't say I have.
It's those extras you gotta be worried about.
I'll remember that. Here, let me help you get up.
Oh, thank you. You are...
You can call me Covet. We were advised to come speak to you about a seed. We have what's left of one, and hoping that
a seed.
you can potentially help us with it.
We going to make something with the seed.
Probably not.
Hopefully not. More of just identify it.
Huh.
It's
Oh.
not of this plane.
Ooh, extraplanar botany is a study of mine. Come this way. And walk this way. You want to make sure that you do it just like so. And he does 2 steps with his right foot, 1 with his left. 2 steps with his right foot, 1 with his left.
Covet knows this game from Ashelian, where she grew up in the court, and she would do the same.
Okay.
2 steps. 1, 2 steps. 1, 2 steps.
Yeah, it's kind of this little hop thing that he's got going on.
Winkle's trying to follow him, but he's a klutz.
Okay. Winkle is going to knock over 3 vials of acid onto the ground. that begin eating away at the stone. Ayla, you watch as Winkle tries to imitate this process and is acting like a bull in a china shop.
That's because he is a bull in a china shop.
You might want to grab that bull by the nose.
Ayla, excuse me, that's me. Winkle, come over here. Just stand right here.
All right.
Now, walk very carefully, normally, and don't try to do the little game, okay?
All right.
All right.
It's no fun.
I know it's not fun, but there's too many things in here that could hurt us all badly. So let's just play it on the safe side.
Yeah, I guess you're right. It could have been picric acid. All right.
He looks over at you guys. Picric acid. Oh, such a wonderful product. Have you tried hydrochloric? It's great. It eats away all of the corrosion.
Can you attach it to arrows?
No,
Yeah,
not
it can
attached
eat
to
away
yours.
corrosion.
Nice try.
That was so fast. That was so fast. Oh my gosh.
I like it.
It can eat away the corrosion, but it can also eat what the corrosion's on, too.
Indeed.
So Covet is still following him, doing the little dance.
The Zilbro
walk
shuffle. Awesome.
thingy. Yeah.
Cool. And I challenge you to do this later. It's actually kind of fun. 2 steps with the right foot, 1 with the left. All right. Oh, she's doing it right now. Yep.
It's the Texas two-step.
Essentially, it's a Texas 2-step, yes.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
Cool. All
As
right.
Zilros takes you over to a workbench, there's all sorts of flowers and various objects of intrigue that look like gardening tools around. He's going to very gingerly and methodically organize these into an open space that you can place the seed down upon. And he will pull out a microscope.
Twilight will walk over and put the seed at the right location.
He pushes his little spectacles up onto his nose and looks through the microscope. Ah, arcane tinges, darkness, and fey orchid. This is a Shantaran orchid. How rare! Where did you get such a seed? I haven't seen one of these in years. They used to be quite valuable here in Shatter Shaddai, you understand? The Sultan used to love them.
So it resulted in a portal back to Chantara Grove.
A portal? Oh, you portal, you say? So this seed must have been enchanted. That explains the darkness about it. It's definitely a corrupted Shantaran orchid seed, but it's not viable anymore. Someone has crudely butchered it.
Well, it opened a portal when planted in the quad.
Well, that's unfortunate. I believe in full aspect that people should check for traps more often. Don't you?
Would something, of course, but would something like this? How would you trap one like this? How would you trap a seed?
Oh, well, you can change the biology of the seed through very careful manipulation of the genome. You taint it with shadow magic, infuse it with a variety of spirits, and then when it's germinated and begins to grow, they release themselves from within the shell. It's a complicated process, but mighty effective if you can get it to where you want it to be.
How many
I
people?
apologize.
do-
The
Go for it.
G gnome. What type of gnome is that?
It's the original gnome, you understand. We call it an original G. Or OG, as you
I
might
see.
say. Thank you for the round of applause. But the genome, it's the makeups of a biological entity. You infuse the
see.
shell with the spirits, and when the shell breaks, like a soul cage. Are you familiar with the technology?
I am.
It's like a soul cage, but you trap multiple spirits within, and then when the seed travels between the planes as a small thing contained in someone else's pouch, perhaps, or brought here in purpose, dastardly, smuggled through. Oh, such a horrible thing.
So, supposedly, this came from ruins north of here. Namra.
Truly? Nomrat. Huh, well, Nomrat's a village up in Shu. That's far, far to the north. And as far as I know, Nomrat isn't in ruins. I mean, there was rumors of an attack there, but I've not heard that it was ruined.
It's the stories say that it was. The rumors say that it's a ruined city with monsters.
Monsters? Oh dear, no. Nomrat's a very quaint little village with farmers and soldiers of the Shuian predilection. Of course, many
You've been
men
there?
would view them as monstrous in the way they treat men. After all, the matriarchy is quite oppressive.
You've been there?
Oh, once or twice, yes. I went there to research herbal supplements, you might say. They're quite good at growing things.
Um. How would one get a Shantaran orchid seed here now, especially with as dangerous as it is in Shantara Grove?
As far as I know, you'd have to have at least 2 orchid plants. One male, one female, in order to have them both bloom, and you mash the pestles together.
Well, I meant like Kevet stomps on Twilight's foot. I mean, how would you get the seeds from the Feywilds to here?
See how anyone could possibly get Shantaran orchid seeds, not from Shantara Grove themselves. They'd have to have them from another source, a collector, a grower perhaps, someone who has them from before the darkness fell.
And just as she looks at Twilight, but then glances back at him, how long ago would something like this have corrupted the orchids?
Well, this seed looks like
When
it's
did
fairly
we-
fresh, so this seed can't be older than, 2 or 3 years old.
Interesting.
So someone who would have had a seed before the darkness fell is perhaps breeding orchids now?
The only other answer would be for someone to be going to the Shantara Grove and collecting them there, but that's not possible. After all, no one goes there and returns. You all know the horror stories and the childhood thrills that we tell our children in order to scare them into going to sleep at night.
That'd be interesting to hear what your tale is of the grove.
My tale? I don't have tales. I haven't been there, and I'm a gnome. Unlike a Musatar, gnomes don't have tails.
She chuckles a little bit and she says, I think he means your story.
Oh, I've not been. But the story I was told, was that Silros. It was a long time ago, in a house not too far away, where I was laying in my bed, and my mama, oh, poor mama, may she rest in pieces, she came to bed and said, Zilros, it's time for you to go to bed, lad. Please stay asleep, or the Shantaran Grove will creep out from under your bed and grab you and take you away, and I'll never see you again. I reported back to Mama, Mama, if I never see you again, it'll be the best day of my life. Well, Mama, the next morning, was found dead in the kitchen. She was chopped up into 14 pieces. Never found out what happened. But I've been alone ever since. And Shantara Grove has never messed with me.
Thank you for sharing your story. I give my condolences.
Condolences for an abusive mother? Oh dear. No. She got what she was getting. I'm glad she's dead. After all, mothers should never beat their children. Never should tell them about how horrible the world is in order to ruin their perception of everything. Did you know that she used to lock me in my room?
No, I can't believe that.
Well, she would lock me in there with no toys, no entertainment, only a bed and water. Said it'd do me good. Once she died, I decided to experiment with all sorts of consumables. Everything from smoke to foods to beverages. Anything that you can put in your body. Right. After all, bread and water's boring.
You ever make potions of speed?
No, lad. Oh, the only person I know of who knows how to make them is far off in the central wall. A proficient alchemist, you might say, but he specializes in only the one potion. And he won't share the recipe. So,
Who is it?
getting me to let me grab his name. And I have to go back to an old campaign here. Archives. Oh God's why? Because Eric's drawing a blank, and I just have to go. His name is Liam.
If you happen to see a potion, could you recreate it?
No. Seeing potions is one thing. Dissecting the potions and testing their alchemical properties, it's a different story altogether. Some people use proprietary ingredients. They sneak things in. I can make an approximation, but it won't be the same. So, here's the seed back. Thank you for sharing with me. It's quite nice.
As soon as I get it back, I'm not sure if it's out of idiocracy or stupidity or curiosity, whatever else, but Twilight will actually cast Druidcraft on the seed pod.
All right. So we described it as having been ruined, so the germ in this seed cannot sprout.
Okay.
Yeah.
wasn't sure if there was some element of druidcraft that could help restore that or not.
Let's go ahead and test your magical proficiency, sir, using a charisma check up at the top, and you can do whatever buffs you'd like, but using just charisma up at the top, you need to beat a 20. As Covet's going to guide him to restore a Shantaran orchid from this corrupted seed. Awesome. I love that Covet's so supportive of her husband. And with a 23, sir, you are able to get this thing to sprout.
I need a
The
pot or
question
something.
is it going to be an orchid or is it going to be a portal?
There's a little green shoot that comes out of the seed, Twilight. You have no soil around it, but it's cracked open and there's a little tiny green thing coming out of it. Anything else you'd like to do?
Yeah, Twilight doesn't know any better. He's not really green thumb inclined.
Botanically inclined? Understood. So, you guys ready to depart?
Yep.
Awesome. As you leave Zilrose here, you're able to head back out into the main library. Where are we going? What are we doing?
We have
Report
what
back
we
to
need.
Kadir.
Yeah, I would agree with that. And some additional findings might be prudent.
All right, so departing the library.
I think so.
All right, cool. As you guys leave the Grand Library of Shatter Shaddai, outside here in the city streets, you see 19 moose chucks in a circle parading around with picket signs outside of the Grand Library.
Winkle.
Winkle, you can't attack them here. They're not doing anything except walking around in a circle.
Better watch them.
Winkle, they've got to be up to something.
Oh, yeah. Moose chucks are always up to something. They tried to destroy everything that's good.
Their beady little eyes are glaring at you as they march around in the circle. They're turning their heads to keep eyes locked on yours, Winkle.
I don't think they trust you.
It's all right. I don't trust them either. But knowing I'm not real bright, but I'm bright enough to know that if I attack them out here, I will get attacked by the guards. We don't need that.
Winkle,
Well,
what was
as
that
long as
movement
that's
that
there.
moose chuck made in your direction?
Covet steps
Oh.
on his foot.
He made a threatening nose movement.
Threatening nose movement. Understood.
It's just freedom of speech. Let's just keep going. Let's keep going. They're allowed to have that.
Who said?
Keep marching, Moose.
Come on, Moose. I'm going
All
to grab him by
right.
the antler and drag him along behind me.
And I'm being drug around.
Okay.
Can she reach the top of his antlers?
Oh, absolutely not. But that's okay.
I don't have to reach the top. I just have to reach the side of it.
Yep.
But still,
And I'm
that's up
supposed
8
to be
feet.
about 5'9", 5'10". I can do that.
So, jumping up and grabbing an antler, she takes the bull by the horn. All right, where are we going?
Kadir's Mage Tower, unless
Lawrence
Right.
with
anyone
Kadir.
else
Yeah.
had anything in mind.
All right, so we go to Kadir's Mage Tower. As you guys approach, that familiar static electricity feeling comes washing over you guys. Winkle, your hair slowly extends the closer you get towards him. Covet, you look like Doc Brown from the movie Back to the Future.
That's okay. I find Twilight's belt buckle and poke it.
You poke his belt buckle.
Yeah, just to shock him.
Twilight, you feel a surge of energy near your groin at your wife's touch.
Damn right he does.
I got chills. They're electrifying. And I lose.
So, you guys go inside?
Not sorry, it's Lauren.
I think it's Lauren's
Lauren
fine.
is going downhill.
Yeah, fine.
All right. So, you guys go inside?
Let's go inside.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. As you guys walk inside, Kadir is waiting for you. You've returned. Did you manage to close the portal? That was quite swift.
We did.
The story.
Oh, so, what evidence do you have that you managed to succeed?
But he's over the letter.
Intriguing. You actually got written confirmation. Do you have any evidence of this?
Twilight then hands over the blooming Chantara orchid seed. Orchid seed, yeah, that thing.
Okay. So, he looks at it. Truly, such a small thing caused problems. And it's blooming. Is it safe now?
It hasn't been cleansed, so I wouldn't put it in dirt.
Strange. So what would I do with it if I do not plant it?
Study it, understand why it got corrupted, try to find out why somebody would want a portal from Chantara Grove to be near the celestial statue in the quad. Try to understand why it's in somebody's interest to have shadows a material plane.
Well,
Why somebody would say that it came from a ruined city that is not ruined?
that's very strange.
And
Who told you that it came from a ruined city that was not ruined?
well, answer me this: Nomrat, is that a ruined city?
As far as I know, no. It's a small village in the northwest of Shu.
The person that procured the seed was Enchanter Lorraine Corveth.
Really? Really?
She got it from a contact who
Very well.
said that who said that he got it from Nomrat.
Interesting. I did not know that Nomrat dealt in Fey flowers.
Specifically from the ruins of Monrath.
If the ruins of Nomrat are a thing, it's news to me.
It was news to the alchemist too.
Zilros, you talked to my friend.
Yes.
Yes.
He's
He
an
explained
eccentric
how-
fellow, isn't he?
But so knowledgeable. He
Yes.
explained how the seed could have been corrupted and turned into basically a soul cage.
That's dangerous.
Yes.
And pardon the
And
pun
when it
in
was
this place, but
planted-
shocking.
When it was planted, it released what was pent up, basically. So
Is it still corrupted?
Zoro said there were still elements with shadows in it.
Then perhaps it would be best to be burnt. Here. And he hands it back to you, Twilight. Fireplace is over there, if you'd like. If not, I would like to know what you choose to do with it. So, Twilight, you've been given an option of either burning the seed or doing something else with it. As this new life that you've just infused into the seed has barely had a chance to even take its first plant-like breath. This infantile orchid rests in your hand. What would you do, Twilight?
Since it worked on the portal, and it's of the shadows, I'm going to try this on dispel poor magic on the seed at the 4th level.
Okay. As you do so, the growth of this seed withers and dies. The druid craft is no longer active, sir. The seed is now inert once again.
Twilight sighs and then tosses it into the flames.
Okay. The Shintaran Grove, your home, a connection to that place that you remember, burns and smolders as the smell of a roast nut, just one, wafts through the room. Well,
Twilight's
That's a decision.
dejected for a little while.
okay. That decision's been made. So, you have earned my letter of recommendation. Thank you for your service. Here. And he will provide you with some pre-written letters of recommendation that he will sign and seal with a signet ring. These should do you well. Anything else that I can assist you with?
Oops. Are there any? It struck me that when Gnome Rat was described to us for the first time, I believe they said it was closer to here than it actually is. Are there any ruined cities that are close to here? Perhaps between here and Corlin?
The only city that lies on the border of that type is called Vakrud. But no one goes there, for it is filled with monsters and vermin. There's supposed to be a rumor of an ancient temple of Anwa that has been reconsecrated there. But no one lives there, and so worship must be exceedingly rare and limited. I'm not sure if the rumors are true, but should you visit Vakrud, it may be a safe haven if you find Anwa to be favorable to you. Any other questions you want to ask of Kitty? No?
Um,
Awesome.
I'll give you that 20 was for Anwa information.
Okay.
Which you can just send me.
Yes, ma'am. I will grab that for you as you're doing a religious study to determine what you know about Anwa. Let me get that for you. Gods of Toivoa. Oh, I'm in the wrong folder. Here we go. Gods of Toivoa. Anwa is the god of the moon. Go. Here we go. Anwa, sending this to Miss Covet. Von Scene. There's Covet. Message. All right, sending that to you through Discord. Pow.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Awesome. So, as you guys have gotten the approval of Kadir, he gives you the letters of recommendation and says, if you ever need a place to stay, my home is open to you, at least during the weekdays. On the weekends, I do tend to entertain several courtesans from around the city, and the house can get rather rambunctious. Please.
You mentioned
Yes.
last time we spoke of the possibility of us learning from you. Is that a possibility?
It is, but it does take time. I'm not a fast teacher, and your aptitude would require some work. If you have a couple of weeks in the future, I will gladly teach you.
See. Well, if we have a couple of weeks, I may very well come see you.
Very well. Well, a pleasure as always, Madam Ambassador, ladies, gentlemen. As always, the team thank you for your service with the portal. You may see it as a small thing, but small things add to larger and make an overwhelming storm. We must be cautious of every detail, lest we be washed away by the generalities. Well, as we are about to have dinner, would you accept my voucher for a dinner at a local inn?
You would
Food?
most graciously accept.
Ooh, thank you.
You will go ahead and write down a letter for you guys to take to a local restaurant and go ahead and get a full dinner located there. The letter actually says to put it on his bill.
Poor fellow, he has no idea.
Cool. Anything else?
Nope, not here.
Okay.
Let's go. I'm hungry.
Cool. So, you are going to be sent to the Hot Clay and Honey. As you guys head out, it's a wonderful evening. It's starting to get cool because of the ocean breeze. And you will be sent to the Hot Clay and Honey, which is a cozy firelit bistro known for its fresh flatbreads, baked meats, and sweet glazed treats. Baklava, honeyed hams, honeyed strawberries, and mead.
Mmm.
Yummy.
Everything in this place is served on stoneware pots, mugs, and plates.
Oh, I love honey pots.
The fun part about this place is you look around and there are no utensils anywhere. This is 100% sticky finger food.
Or muzzle food.
Muzzle food. As we end for today, you guys watch as you eat dinner as Bwinkle face plants himself into the stoneware plate, consuming plate after plate after plate, as the all-you-can-eat food comes one after the other.
Munch.
As you guys enjoy the dinner, that's where we're going to end. And we will come back next week, not next week, but in 2 weeks, to explore what happens next, as it really is us against the gods. Next week, we will be doing a special episode, and we will be providing more information about that in the Discord. So look for that information soon. The announcements for that will be going up on Patreon first. So guys, have a wonderful 2 weeks. Go ahead and fill out that application for access to the Grand Library of Shatter Shaddai and send it to me through Discord if you don't mind. And we will catch you guys later. We will not be doing a G-Americ Hangout tonight as there is too much prep work going on today. So we will be back tomorrow morning beneath fallen skies as they're looking to leave Asatoro with or without the approval of the House of Flowers. Take care, everybody, and we'll catch you guys later.